Hey guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. Now I do one ROM hack recommendation video a week. This week I'm doing two. Consider this a bonus episode because a great friend of the channel's Michael Green, aka Sorrow, over on romhacking.net has updated one of my favorite ROM hacks. I featured this or the previous versions on the channel before. I've live streamed it a few times, and this is a ROM hack of Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, and it is called Revenge of the Findesiecle Deluxe Plus, and this is the Simon's update. So there's a total of 14 characters playable now in this great hack that just keeps getting better. Every time there's an update, I think it can't be improved upon, and it gets improved upon. Now, this is a really good fit for the Analogue Pocket. It plays really well on it, and I really enjoy it. The responsiveness you get on the Analogue Pocket, it's just superb. The screen's so nice, but you're not limited to playing it on the Analogue Pocket. Play this wherever you enjoy your retro gaming. I really enjoy the previous version. I played it on my original Game Boy Advance, the original shaped one with a LCD modded screen, and I had a blast playing it. I've also played these on my MiSTer and RetroArch. So I guess the point is we've got so many choices these days, but definitely check this out. Doesn't matter where you're playing it. If you're the kind of person that plays this on your phone with touchscreens, I can't do touchscreen controls unless I'm playing Angry Birds, of course. But if that's how you play it, play it. Play your games, enjoy it. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. It's whatever works for you. Let's deep dive into this game and have a look at some of the features. We're going to look at some of the other characters. Not all of them. We're going to look at some. I'm going to leave some for you guys to check out for yourself. But yeah, let's get into today's video. Okay, so let's have a look at Axe Armor. So there are 14 characters in this. Let's go through the characters. I'll go with the newest ones and we'll go to the old ones. So this update brings different versions of Simon. So Simon 4, which is a SNES style Simon Belmont from Super Castlevania 4. Also, the theme music or the theme songs are in there, so when you get the prologue you get their music. During some of the game parts you get the music, and it's a really nice touch. Then we've got Simon 2, SNES style Simon Belmont with colours inspired by Castlevania 2. Then we've got Simon from Haunted Castle, who you're seeing on screen right now. So we're kind of excited about Haunted Castle in the FPGA gaming world because HoD is currently working on the Konami core, and the first game he said he's releasing is Haunted Castle. So it's not great, but look how good the movement is for Simon from Haunted Castle. He moves just as bad as he does in the arcade game. We've also got Simon, which is done by Jonata Guitar, who's done a really good recolor, so it uses some of his recolors. Axe Armor that we saw originally. Then we've got the two guys from the Bloodline games. You're seeing Eric Lacard now, but we've also got John Morris. So a lot of characters in this game, and the previous versions have got classic Simon Belmont. It's got Julius Belmont in the mix, as well as Maxim, Simon X, and Just X. So Just X is really good. We'll see him in that super fast version of Just. Has a sword instead of a whip, but it's more like a sword whip. We've also got Mega Man and Mario in here, and we'll have a look at quite a large amount of characters. So here we are with Mario. Now the smaller characters like Mario and Mega Man, they make the game kind of difficult. It's kind of hard to aim for the candle sometimes, and I don't think you can change your weapon, because when I did play it in the previous versions, unless it's been updated, from what I understand, you level up, your attack power goes up, but you cannot change the weapon. But honestly, this is such a good hack. I play a lot of Castlevania hacks. I love them, I thoroughly enjoy them, but the best ones on the Game Boy Advance are the ones done by Sorrow and Jonata Guitar. Just the recolors are really good, and this is like Harmony of Dissonance, like previously, like when Game Boy Advance games were coming out, and in the old day we just had single games, didn't we? We just had single games, you bought it and that was the game. Now we live in an era where you buy a game, you're really only buying 20% of it, and the rest of it comes as DLC, and later on you end up buying like the game of the year, then the game of the universe, then all the additional stuff. Think of this as the definitive version of Harmony of Dissonance. You can play the vanilla version if that's what you want to play. you can play the normal version with this, but by putting in different names as your name when you start the game, you get different characters. Like, look, we've got Nez, Simon, and yes, he doesn't fit with the game, but he does fit with the game at the same time. Like, you just cannot go wrong with this. And honestly, this looks really, really nice on the Analogue Pocket screen. You can run like the filters on there. At the very end, when we look at Mega Man, we'll look at like some a MiSTer filter that I like using when I play Game Boy Advance games. But yeah, there's this game's just, it's just really, really, really good. Like I said, a lot of Castlevania hacks, but this one is like a definitive version. So here we are on the screen, putting the name as Simon 4, and then we listen to the music. We get different music from different games based on what character you're going for. Nice. It's just nice to have these different soundtracks in there. And if you remember Harmony of Dissonance, both your shoulder buttons are dash, which is, I quite liked it. I got used to it when I was playing the game. So you've got the R button dashes to the right and L dashes to the left. Now some of the characters, like this version of Simon over here, he actually has a shield bar, so you can actually do quite a bit of damage with that. Another really good character with a charge attack is Eric Lacard. His dash just works really, really well. And some of the other characters, their dash just isn't invincible. Okay, so this is the vanilla game running now. I just had to put that in there because this is one of the best intros. I just loved it. When I first played it, I was like, oh man, it puts you straight into the difficulty. But spoiler alert, this thing cannot actually kill you. Like, it's just hardwired for you to get past this. So even if you try and get hit by it, it just will not work. As always, I will leave a link to where you can get the hack files in the description of the video. It makes the ROM a little bit bigger. I think it comes in at almost 11 megabytes, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the original ROM might be 8 megabytes. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's really, really good. Even like when you pause it, I may have done it randomly through. I'm not sure if I got any of it in the video, but some of the character screens, like the portraits of them, have been updated and changed as well. Not for Mario and Mega Man, I think, but I think for the other characters, you've got a picture that kind of, well, it has your character's portrait there instead of just. So this is like the first boss fight. Just kind of thought we'll kind of look at different kind of aspects of the game and enjoy it. But very, very well made hack. One of the best ones. Like, if you're a fan of Castlevania, you're gonna love it, and even if you're not a fan of Castlevania, you're really gonna like it. And I can't remember which Simon this is on screen now. This might be like Simon, possibly based on Simon 2. I can't remember. I kind of put together a collage for me to do a voice over. Okay, so guys, right, I hope you like this like MiSTer kind of shader that I'm using. I really like it. I can't remember what it's called. I put it on there a long time ago and just saved it. So every time I launch a Game Boy Advance game on a MiSTer, this is what it looks like. So this is, it kind of gives it that LCD kind of screen look. Now, once again, I want to send a massive thank you and a special thanks out to Michael Green, aka Sorrow. And I'll say it again, buddy, I would absolutely love to see Street Fighter in Castlevania. So if that's something you do, I will love it. But I completely understand if that's not something you want to do. Maybe you're not a Street Fighter fan yourself, or maybe it's difficult to do. One other thing before I end the video, I just want to say I'm kind of hiding Steam codes in different parts of my video. Sometimes they're obvious, sometimes they're not. I'm not going to tell you where they are. I can tell you that there is one in this video. If you do find it, try and redeem it on Steam, but do me a massive favor. If you do redeem it, just hit me up in the comments and say, yep, I got the game and I redeemed it. At least that way I can post a comment to the video saying, look, the game's been redeemed, and it will stop other people from, well, wasting their time and trying to code that, well, is not going to work anymore. So I'll be doing that. I'll see how that goes. It'll be random in videos. I'm not going to announce it too much. I've done a community post on my channel, so look out for random codes. Once you do find it, you kind of know it's a Steam code, because if you're used to inputting codes in Steam, you know what they look like. But that's really it for the video, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, then a subscription and a like is super duper appreciated. I will see you guys in the next video. Pixel Cherry Ninja out.